Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? You know how this works, so I don't need to explain it to you. Just, just keep in mind if something doesn't make sense now, keep it in mind. You'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. They never waste a message. There's always a reason. So we're talking to Dad today. Right. Whoop. I get lost. It's not hard for me to get lost. I'm blonde, even though it's out of a bottle. Um, he's talking about you being lost, you feeling lost. He says a little bit confused. He's showing you kind of like you're looking around, and maybe not physically looking around, but it's like, okay, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Not sure where to go. Just can't seem to figure out where to put my foot, which direction to put my foot. You're trying, he says you're trying real hard to look straight ahead and go. There's something over here, and he's showing to the right. Doesn't mean it's actually physically on your right. Something right over here that you need, that you're not looking at. You're not observing it. He says you're kind of ignoring it, but not exactly ignoring it. He says kind of like you have blinders on. You're not seeing another option, or maybe other options. He says you need to expand your horizon. And again, he's putting the blinders on, like you got blinders on. Expand your vision. You probably know how to visualize. Like you know enough about this. I can't even do it lately. I can't sit down. Sit down, relax, kind of like meditate, but just try to imagine, try to visualize your eyesight actually, instead of looking this away, actually going out, spreading it out a little bit to the sides. There's something over here knocking. He's not telling me if it's a person, place, or thing. I feel like it's more of a physical thing. I'm hearing place. Maybe a place you need to move to, maybe a different job you need to move to. Don't hold me to that at all. They always like to be so cryptic. It's like, just come right out and say it. But they always want us to find it and learn along the way and learn. Again, he says, you're kind of lost. So when you feel lost like that, it's because you're not finding what it is you need. And they don't like to help a lot. Asking for help, though. Asking, and hopefully somebody give him permission to help you. Hopefully somebody will come along and they'll mention something out of the blue, something different. And that'll be it. I don't know why they want us to learn this way. It'd be so much easier if they just tell us. Nope. Says you gotta learn. Like, he says you're being nudged. You're being nudged to do something else. But he's still not trying to get him to tell me at least something a little more specific. You're not being any help. Just a little bit. So no, if you feel like pulled to something different in some area of your life, at least stick your toes in the water. At least investigate it. At least because it may take that feeling of being confused out of you. And if it does, or if it kind of gives you a little giggly energy, then you know that that's something you need to investigate. I always tell people my life path, it hasn't gone like this. It's got all these whoop-to-do's, whoop-to-do, whoop-to-do. I call it the scenic route, but I've learned a lot of lessons along the way, and I was supposed to learn those. Sometimes we make it harder on ourselves, too. I do. He says, you'll know when it feels right, but you need to know the difference between it feeling wrong and it feeling right. That's part of your lesson. He says you'll learn to trust your gut more. Do you have a little one or a little one that's close to you? Sorry, my glasses are hurting like hell today. I don't like these glasses. It says you need to pull that little one along with you. In this new direction. It could be as simple as taking a dance class. I don't know. I still feel like it's more like a physical building to go to. It's a physical, could be a job. Come on, guys. But you need to take that one with you. Don't know what he's getting at. It's his ball game. It's totally up to him. He's talking about you putting new shoes on. So I don't know if you just bought some shoes, getting ready to buy some shoes. I feel like it's more like not physical shoes, but a new something. I think it's tied in with this thing. He says, trust your gut and ask me. I will help. And you'd be surprised when I ask him, which I haven't done lately. I so need to. Somebody will call out of the blue. Somebody will show me something, offer me something, whatever, out of the blue that I never would have dreamed of. And you stick your toes in the water and you try it for a while and you go off and do something else if that's not it. Okay, so he's showing that he's got boots on. Could be work boots, could be cowboy boots. They're not real clear. Look more like a cowboy boot than a work boot. And he's taking one of them as he's walking and he's scuffing it. Like, not scuffing it across the floor, but scuffing it like in hitting the heel. You know, like scuffing the sole and then hitting the heel. Don't know if I can explain that right. You should hear this sound. May not be very loud. Usually not when you're in the same room. But you should hear this sound. Usually like you're sitting down, kind of zoned out on the TV. You just walk out of the kitchen, you hear this. I've been hearing a lot of noises in my house lately, and they're not supposed to be doing that. Not here. Not unless they announce themselves. So know when you hear that. You could even be walking through the store and you hear somebody else do it. That's still a sign from him. That'd be a sign from your dad, letting you know he's around. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about hip hop, jumping, like jumping up and down. He says hip hop, like excited, like jumping up and down. But more like, it's like jumping straight up and down. More like to mute. Did you watch a Super Bowl halftime? Did you kind of do some chair dancing? Did you actually jump around? I don't know what he's getting at. Okay, now he's singing the song Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Don't know, maybe he liked this song. Maybe you've heard this song recently. Know if you hear it, that'll be another sign from him. Go Google the words to it, YouTube it, however you want to do it, and check out the words to the song. There'll be a message in there for you somewhere. Or maybe your middle name's Caroline. Maybe your best friend's is named Caroline. Not sure exactly where he's going with this, but it'll still be a sign from him. These glasses hurt. So he's talking about hippie days. I don't know how old he would be if he was still here. Over the hippies in the 70s. And why he's talking about hippie days. Whether he liked being around the hippies. Maybe he liked smoking left-handed cigarettes with the hippies back in the day. He's calling you a flower child. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what you look like. If you're too young, go Google what a flower child was. He's calling you. They're usually a free spirit. Flower child is free spirit. I mean, they'd like have some little sundress on and they romp through the fields of flowers. That's not all of them. That was just kind of the free spirit. Of course, the hippie days too. Just the free spirit of just feeling free, floating, relaxed. He wants that for you. Maybe you've recently had a flower in your hair. Did a lot of that. Back in my day, he does like to pop in a lot. He's given me, it's like a smoky, flowery, maybe aftershave type smell. Smoke, but with smoke mixed in with it. Don't know what the hell that is. Don't know if maybe he smoked and the aftershave or cologne or whatever he wore, but it's almost like it's mixed into one, which is unusual, at least for them to give me. So I'm pretty sure you know, anytime you get these signs, make sure you validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, ask him to bring you more if you want more. He said he really doesn't try to make his presence known. And know that you can smell that smell. I'm sure I've told you before. In the car, in the store, outside, doesn't matter where you're at. I like people to know it's not contained to one certain spot. It can be anywhere at any time they pop in to say hi. So he started singing the song Deep in the Heart of Texas, and it's by Perry Como. That's even before my time. So go YouTube, Google that song. Maybe you live in Texas. I don't know where you live. I didn't think you did, but I have no clue. Maybe he did. Maybe you like Texas. Maybe somebody close to you used to like Perry Como, like a grandparent or something. I don't know where he's going with it. Like I said, their show, their ball game. So happier days are on their way to you. He said, he says you don't have it bad. You don't have it bad at all. You have a pretty good life. But even happier times are coming. Shit's been hitting the fan. I think he's more talking about COVID and lockdowns and masks and all that stuff. I think he's kind of going in that area. Maybe not that your life's shitty at all, And with that, he's leaving. Don't let the things that are going on depress you. How can you not? I mean, it's if he's talking about the same thing, good grief. It's depressing. I can't wait to be free again. I'm pretty free. I live in Kansas. We're rednecks. We don't pay too much attention to mandates. We pretty much do what we want and have the whole time. So we've been very fortunate. Okay, he's blowing you kisses as he walks away. He said, "Don't think I've forgotten about you. Don't think I don't still love you. I do. It's just the way of the world." And with that, he's gone. Thank you very much, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. See you later.